I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Let's go. World's Most Dangerous Podcast. B.O.P's in the building. Was good.
It was going bar for bar.
Shouts out to the fans, man.
Let's get it. Good.
Hondo up in this piece.
F to the R to the S to the H to the O to the U to the T. That fresh out.
What's up?
Hey, man, it's time to wake up the neighbors.
Oh, you already know what time it is.
Camp's favorite part of the show.
Flavor
Nah,
Flav.
I'll be honest. This is B.O.P's favorite part. Nice
Hey, man.
all J Camp.
Saturday night, man. Fresh outs in the building, man. What's good? Everybody in the chat's going crazy already, man. J Camp's in the building. What's good, J Camp?
Man, what's goody? What's goody, peoples? What's goody, chat? What's happening?
Man, Jake, what you got in the cup, cuz?
Got some Jim Beam Black. You know, it was on sale
man.
this weekend. So,
That's a
you
win.
know,
Man,
boy,
you need
cop
this.
that big boy.
You're the one that needs this, J Camp.
Hey, man.
Huh? So what's
Hey,
Yeah, I
facts.
copped a big joint of it. So, you know.
all right.
Man, B.O.P's in the building, of course, man. Holding it down, bedroom bully.
Hold it
What's
down.
Hold it down. Hey, just always glad to be rocking out with you, brothers, man. Shout out to LB, the Pod Father.
Good? Oh, man. of
Steve.
course,
Pod
man.
Father
Come on,
Vibes. Steve, what's good? Steve G.
What up, what up, what up?
Pod Father Vibes. Shout out to him. Kiss the ring.
man. Hey, man.
Kiss the ring for
Steve
the favors.
Hold on, man. They clapping for you, Jake. B.O.P. and J Camp. We got Steve in the building, man, holding it down. Hey, man, put where y'all from in the chat, too, man. We can shout you out to City, man. Come on,
Absolutely.
man. Mad's in the building. What's
Wagwan,
going on,
what's
man?
good?
Holding it down, of course.
What's good with you,
Hey,
man?
What up, what
I
up,
got
man?
hold up. Miss B's in the building, man. Latora,
what's
what's
good?
good? What's going down?
What's good,
Of course,
Latoya
our girl
B?
Candace in the building, hold it down.
Candace.
Salute.
And this
What's
was happening.
going on?
What's good
Okay,
with you?
Candace.
good?
Okay,
New
Candace
York.
from New York. Okay, we see you, Candace.
NY
Okay.
swag.
We-
NY.
I got JB. Come on, now it's the GOAT, man, holding it down.
Okay.
Of
G
course,
there
you
early.
know how
What's
it goes
good?
down.
What's
The powers
good?
in here, man. Of
What's
course,
good?
always.
And what's good?
Man,
Man,
700
my
club.
favorite name on the chat, man. It's like, hell is in here. Come on, man. What's good? What's going
It's
on?
like, I'm not
Man.
even going to say that last part of that. Was good, man.
Antoine is
good?
up here,
Antoine.
man. Hold it
Antoine
down.
Praise
Got
the
Kitty
Kicks.
in the pick, too. What's goody?
You got to
Man,
join us tonight, man, if
yeah,
you're up
yeah.
for it, brother, on the
Yeah.
cam
Yeah.
joint.
And
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed your B-Day, my G.
Absolutely. B-Day.
Hey, man, yeah, hold on. We slid a little bread in there for you, too, man. You know what I'm saying? On the B-Day joint, man. So salute to you, man.
Yes, sir.
Come on, man. Pull out the money, B-Bo.
I got money.
Come on.
Again,
Hey, we got a
Iceberg,
good
do
show
it again,
tonight.
real quick. Do it again, Iceberg.
Oh,
I'm
got
feeling
you.
swaggy.
Oh, man, he brought the big stack. Hold on, he brought the big stack. Hold on. Oh, my God, man. Jay Camp's being grateful, man, giving everybody bread.
Hey, you
Oh,
know,
man.
Oh.
Let's go.
Santa camping.
What can I say? You know.
Hey, man. What more can I say?
Uh-huh.
Hey, man, we got
I hit that like and subscribe button if y'all haven't,
Come on,
because
yeah, of
y'all
course.
rocking
Yeah,
with
yeah,
the world's
yeah.
most dangerous podcast, Rap City, no basement. Let's
Come on.
go, Iceberg and J.
Zero
Camp.
base.
Hey, man, we just put in the on the top, man, pinned it to there, man. If you want to join us a little bit later today, man, hit that. You got to cam up, though. Join us on the panel so we can talk some hip-hop tonight, man.
Let's
We got a
rock.
dope show.
Yeah.
First, man, as everybody's coming up in here, Bianca was good. What's going on?
Blanca Chong was good.
Blanca Chong, what up, what up?
John, what's
Johnny.
going on? Salute, man. Come on,
John,
man. Of
John.
course,
Good,
Mr. Pro
John.
Knot, man, is up here.
Not
man.
Mr.
You know
Pro
how it
Knot
is.
was
Always.
popping. What's happening?
Candace
Always.
is in here. But
Oh, we know
hey,
you're
man,
here,
first,
Candace.
man, we
know
gotta
you.
talk about, man, for real. First of all, we got Nas, we got Nicki, we got Jadakiss. We can talk about everybody tonight, man. Salute. Shout out to DJ Scandalous, Candace,
Yes.
Nightmare holding us down, man. Come on, man. You know how we do, man. We got a whole community, man, to help us
all of
out,
those
man. So
names.
salute to everybody, man. But we gotta talk about Chris Breezy.
Never with the Wiggins, though. Never with
Man.
the big piece. The Papa Smurf.
K Rose is
Strike.
what's going on? Hey, first of all,
Rose,
man,
what
shout
up?
out to Chris, man. That's our guy, of course, man. But
Oh,
Nick been wilding, man, trying to throw the phone, man. Throwing like
toss-
frisbees
toss
in his
Shorty's
joint, man.
joint, man.
Yeah,
Rose
toss
was
Shorty's
good.
joint. If you didn't see that, oh, hold on. Mama Bear's in the building.
Mama.
is in the building.
What's happening?
Yeah.
But y'all gotta see this real quick, man. See what this dude did, man. He was on some other book. First of all, he's danced like J Camp in the joint, by the way.
Stop
Man.
it. Not with that hand clap. I didn't hit him with that.
First of all, I don't think she's a Chris Brown friend because she on the phone and book. Come on, man. And how you twerking with the mic on?
He's actually irritating my life right now, I'm telling you.
So he's like, yo, man, hold on, you not interested in the joint? You hold up, man, you on your phone, my G?
Dash your phone. Whoa!
Through the phone, man.
Wow. Wow.
And then put the meat
This
on her,
cat.
dog.
Stop it.
Straight Oscar Mayer Weeder in the book.
Oh my goodness.
That
Brodius.
that Chicago
Yeah.
joint. Fab D is in the building.
Fabian D was hot.
FABO.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
FBI.
Man, come
Yeah.
on, man. Hey, J Camp, Bebop, man, what y'all thinking about, dude? Was he doing too much, man? First of all, Shorty got the phone back, but was he doing too much? Then also, is this the reason why some people don't think he's like kind of he's truly being remorseful when he says he's changed because he does antics like this? And chat, what y'all think too?
I didn't understand this one, Iceberg. I'll be honest, man. Like this was a wild situation. Like, what for? why you tossing Shorty's phone, man? Like I don't even understand that one, man. Like I can't even like grasp like what would make you do that. Like that's just somebody who's just wilding out like for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just I don't know what I mean. I just don't know what homie's on right now. You know what I'm saying? Bebo P, what you thinking, man? It's I don't even really have a ton of thoughts on it just because I don't understand like why you would have that tactic, why you would go in that lane.
First of all, Bebo got tickets to the Chris Brown concert, so you're a fan. So keep going in, Bebo.
I mean, because he tossed it. I bet that phone went at least 15 rows.
Go low.
You know. And you know somebody got hit right in the wig piece too.
Well, this thing, it could have been a lawsuit too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it could have been a lawsuit.
It could have
man.
been.
You know, phones are metal. Basically, they ain't plastic no more, man. With glass
bro.
too. Somebody could have caught that
Hey, man.
black cow.
And never with that. Speaking of glass, never that broken glass on the cell phone.
Exactly.
Next to
Exactly.
Chris Brown there. Never that
Yeah,
iceberg.
That's that one that Apple Store can't fix. That's what
Yeah,
it's
hey
got
man,
to
we
do.
gotta
Right.
replace the whole thing. You know,
Right.
you
Gotta
can't-
get a new
you know what I'm
board,
saying? Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
And then you got the still shot of Chris Brown doing the Sound of Music, the Mary
Right.
Poppins.
Right.
Both feet doing this in the process. Clapping.
Mary Poppins swag.
Oh man. You being quoted, J Camp, by Macklemore.
I don't understand.
understand.
it,
He
man.
doing
Like,
one
Yeah.
of these. I don't
That's a quote of the
understand.
night right
Yeah,
there.
I don't get it.
Miss B said he threw her phone and didn't punch her in the
yeah.
the first koofy of the night, man, Miss B.
Facts.
Hey,
said
mix
trick.
with one of these. Mix with one of these, Iceberg. Come on.
She said, "Trick, all eyes on me. You don't need
Nah,
this
come
phone."
on, man. Bebo, what you thinking though, man? Like,
man.
what you just think he was in the moment, man, or you think he's on that white?
Well, you know
man.
he stay on that joint. All right, you digs.
Them sugar boogers.
Man.
Go ahead, Bebo P.
She was vain enough to get caught up on her daggone cell phone, as the chat's indicating, while being on stage with Chris and a few other male dancers performing for her, as opposed to her just, being in that moment that most women would, because that's kind of a rare thing. Not even kind of, that's a rare moment to have. So to be up there and to, appear to be distracted on your cell phone, I can understand if, if he's thinking like, dang, that's messed up. But on the flip side, to take the phone and do the Mary Poppins with it,
Yeah, that's a little too much for me.
that's that's just going to show that's just going to show too much, and it feeds into the critics' thoughts of his behaviors to some degree.
John, you
I put it
wild.
like that.
The fact.
John said at least he ain't. That's what John said.
He didn't give it.
He said he didn't even give it that right there. That's what you saying, John.
Come on, man. Again,
Slap box.
Right.
Again, like I said, we love brother Brown. You know what I'm saying? But again, hold up. This other thing too, man.
Brother Brown.
I gotta play the little situation, man, so y'all understand this coof real quick. I got a coof real quick. You know what I'm saying? Hold up. That's all the Oscar. Hold up. Now, when he was doing all this, man, I was like, it's extra though. Was he doing this because he was mad about Rihanna and Bullwinkle? He was trying to get Rihanna back with the moves. Like, hold up, I still got, Rocky can't hit it like that. You know what I'm saying? Rocky can't hit it like that. Was he showing off because Rihanna's going to see the bull? What y'all thinking though? What was he showing off, or this is just Chris Brown off the pony?
Oh gosh,
Chris Brown is wilding. Like, let's just call it what it is.
Yeah,
like, most people ain't just gonna toss somebody's phone out like that. I'm telling you, and somebody's wig got tapped with their phone too. Somebody's ish got split.
Oh man,
when you wasn't prepared looking, somebody's probably on their phone and then caught
in the face.
Look, I get what what Mama Bear and Miss B is saying too. Like, yeah, at first she seemed disinterested. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't got to toss Shorty's phone though.
Right.
It's definitely an epic fail, Candace.
Not the wig.
It's somebody's wig piece.
Hey.
Shout out to Antoine 1486. He said,
we got the call.
Hold up, man.
We got the call. We got the call from Antoine.
He's saying this is what Fat Joe was talking about with the phones at concerts.
Absolutely,
facts, man. No one is in the moment anymore. I personally didn't have my phone out at the Garden.
Wow, see,
that was aspect of Shorty having a phone on stage, though. Like, I would readily admit that. Like, why you got your phone on stage? Like, you basically a stage prop.
Yeah,
and you got your phone on stage. Like, it don't make no sense to me.
Right.
But I still wouldn't have tossed it though. Like, that was
correct.
That's a little too much.
I think that with the ongoing issues that he's having here in the States.
Stage,
escort her off the stage and bring somebody else up there that'll appreciate it. Yeah.
Get her out of there. You know what I'm saying? That's when you need that hook from the Apollo joint. You need that hook joint.
I think that he might want to consider staying away physically from his fan base, as he's doing the international tour thing, because his reputation's, significantly stained here in the States. And I don't think he wants to do the same thing to some degree out there, out and about, across water. So Latoria said, her either, Antoine. She just enjoyed the show. Esco did not disappoint, and she's both her and Antoine's referring to Nas performing a little over a week ago at the Madison Square Garden one night only performance, which was monumental. So yeah, shout out to y'all for being in attendance.
Both of y'all.
Yeah. To y'all, man. This is the thing, man. First of all, salute to y'all, man.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of performing, man, Melle did some performing, man, on Art of Dialogue, man. Come on, man. We gotta talk about the dude. First of all, this is our OG, man. Shout out to Melle, man, hip hop pioneer. But he was going in on your guy. I think this is Bebo's favorite hip hop dude ever, man. I think he got a post on his wall. Eminem, man, Detroit, man. Salute to him 100%.
Yeah, salute, but no.
Melle had an issue with him being in the top 5. Let me play y'all a little video so y'all know what he was talking about, man, because he was going in, man.
Eminem was just as good as top 5 on that. So now, if Eminem was just another nigga like all the rest of us, would he be top 5 on that list? when a nigga that can rhyme just as good as him is 35. That had records and all that. He's 35. He's white. And the point is this: if I was white, nigga, I'd be greater than Elvis. Niggas be like, Melle is greater than Elvis. Melle is the greatest white man that has ever lived. He came up with a culture. He's a part of a culture that changed the whole world. That is a great ass white man right there. But I'm not white. I'm one of the niggas.
J Camp, do you agree with Melle by him saying that if Eminem was white, do you think he wouldn't be in the top 5 or considered one of the greatest MCs of all time?
I'm gonna push back on Melle slightly. I'm not saying that Eminem is a top 5 rapper, but I think when you allude skin tone, sometimes we start to get into the weeds just a little bit, because it's like somebody saying, well, the only reason why Obama was even president is because he's black. You know what I'm saying? And the black people's gonna vote for him. I just can't ride with that 100%. There was some truth in what he was saying. There was definitely some elements of truth in what he was saying, but to me, there's a lot of people that love Eminem. Like, let's be clear. There's a lot of people who think like Eminem is in a top 5. So I can't just dismiss it 100%. Yes, he does get a little bit more of a cushion because he's white, but I don't want to sit here and say that he don't deserve to be on somebody's list because he's white. Like, I think that's slightly disrespectful, in my personal opinion. I think we going too far there. But I'm not saying everything he said was wrong now, because he did have a lot of truth in what he was saying. But I think it's disrespectful to say just because he's white. Like, I'm not feeling that piece of it. That's a little too Stephen A. Smith for me.
Facts.
Bebo, what you
Man saying, before you go in, Bebo, man saying he's keeping it 100 and the message is clear. So man, the man agrees
message.
With him. You know what I'm saying? The message. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that classic joint. Yeah.
First of all, shout out Yoni in the building. Yoni Coke, man. I like that name, man. Salute. Hold up.
Facts, Coke. What's happening?
Coke, man. Hold up. How much, if you're moving it, we get you in there.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Antoine said, luckily my wife was there vlogging and taking video. Yeah, so he was in the moment like we were saying before.
Right.
Madden saying top 5 sales for Eminem all-time MC.
Like he's not a top 5 MC like that. Like, let's be 100% clear on that. But I think just to say he don't deserve to be there because he's white, I can't go there at all. That's like saying Larry Bird ain't one of the greatest hoopers.
Facts.
Because he's white.
Hey man, Dr. Reverend
Professor
Silverthorne, Silverthorne,
Dr. Reverend Professor,
named
Silverthorne was happening.
But like Melle said though, we just wanted the N words.
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah, they should never gave you niggas money.
Nah.
Bebo, what you thinking on, man, on this joint, man? Is Melle right though, as far as spaghetti, Mama Spaghetti Eminem? Having the persuasion of the Caucasianness for the top 5 entry.
I don't agree that Eminem is a top 5 rapper. I do understand that some people have him up there somewhere, though, of all time. Whether that be one.
Yeah, that's the last name too.
Somewhere in the top 5. And it's my personal belief that his skin color did contribute to that wow factor. That wow factor that ushered him in right in that door of the industry once Dr. Dre got a hold of him, from hearing his tape and whatnot. In other words, his skin color got him in the door once, Dre got access to him, but in particular, and his bars with lyricism and wordplay sold him to pretty much the audience from that point. That was the elevator pitch sold him once he was able to get in that door. Now, are any of his albums classic? To me, no.
No.
And arguably he doesn't even really have any classic songs. He has some notable ones, you know what I'm saying, but nothing classic like one of the commenters said or alluded to, like Melle Mel's The Message. You know, Eminem doesn't really have that. You know, superb lyricist, you know, superb MC, no doubt. But yeah, not a top 5, but
no.
To say that he's only top 5 because of his color, yeah, I have to agree with J Camp, because most people see him for the skill that he has.
What do y'all think about Fab?
Showcases.
What do you think about Fab is saying? Fab is saying he's top 15 rapper. If he was black, wouldn't he sound different though? His cadence, his voice, wouldn't he sound different? So maybe the reason why he's a different, since he's Caucasian, that his voice was different and cut through the mix a little different because of that.
That's a strong possibility.
That's a strong, very strong. I can't dismiss that. I can't dismiss that.
Salute to Jonathan.
That's saying M is top 10.
And much respect. Much respect.
I won't dismiss anybody for saying that. Like, he's not in my top 10 personally. But if you feel that way, I guarantee he's not saying that because he's white. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically my point and my pushback on Melle Mel. I think that's too strong when you start tossing skin color in like that, because he is respected by his peers. He is.
He is.
Now, if we talking about like Macklemore, then that's different. You know what I'm saying?
Green bean casserole,
like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's different. But M actually he's earned his stripes. Like let's just give him his respect. Facts. He didn't earn his stripes because he's white. He earned his stripes because he can rap. You know what I'm saying? He's an MC.
And that's not to also take away from his stands. You know, he does have stands that admire him in significant part because of his color. We're not saying that that's not existent. What we're saying is, as J Camp alluded to, as well as myself, you know, people see him for see and recognize him for the skill that he has as, you know, as a superb MC on that mic whenever he decides to get down, you know, on that note, and, you know, is less, you know, silly or less, you know, antic-y, so to speak.
Playing to the crowd. Long story short, man, you gotta salute Eminem. You gotta respect him, man. He's paid his dues, like J Camp and BB said.
Man.
You do.
I mean, I think there's a little bit of cut the niggas nuts off kind of hate a little bit coming from Melle Mel, but we need to get you on the show so we can talk about it. Yeah, little Jesse in that boy.
Jackson in there.
Yanni, man,
send us some music.
First of all, I just put in the chat our email that goes directly to J Camp. He's got a Spotify list that we're building up, man, getting the audience right. So send us some music. We also going to talk about, we're going to have one show, man, at some point, man, this quarter. We're going to talk about some new artists, man, so send us that definitely. You too, Jonathan Riviera, man. Send us some joints, man.
Absolutely, man. Send us some joints, man.
Massive Vanilla Ice Soul Records 2, where is he ranked?
Man, come on now, man. Come on now, G. Come on now.
Y'all gonna have me make me pull out. Y'all gonna have to make me pull him out. Man, he said Vanilla Ice, man. Come on.
Iceberg Holmes on the case.
Yeah.
You know, Vanilla Ice got hung by his ankles off the balcony.
My office hours are from 9 to 5.
and still respect Suge too. M does deserve a place. Iggy Azalea got through the door because of her.
Now that's a kufi right there.
Come on, Psychic L going in.
She going in. That's 100% facts. What she said.
Yeah, all day.
That's
MC
facts.
Hammer is the GOAT. You don't heard him that. And this thing, I can say John's right, man. You know, M did have some storytelling, man. Come on, man. Mr. Pro Knot is saying that Slim Shady LP is classic. But his other ones are most likely notable. I kind of agree with that a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, the Slim Shady LP was dope.
That is his best album. Absolutely. That's his best album of all of them.
That's saying that if you hate Eminem, you're not a real rap hit. Corny songs aside, he's a bar beast and technically superb.
Absolutely he is.
Absolutely.
Facts.
Like, I mean, look, Eminem is a problem. Like,
it's been a problem.
Let's be clear there.
Pyre saying to Bebop, forget about Dre, Dead Wrong remix, Forever Renegade. Wouldn't
he
count.
murdered that Dead Wrong.
Facts.
He did murder that.
He put that in the body bag.
Yeah.
Put that in the body bag.
Yeah. Yeah, he
Speaking of
murdered
body
those.
bags, we gotta talk about Angela Yee.
Stop.
Iceberg is a hater.
We gotta talk about Angela Yee.
Oh,
Angela Yee looking like Ice Spice's mama.
Oh man.
Shout out to Angela Yee. You know we love you, girl. Don't be talking about us on your podcast.
Man.
But of course, you know Angela Yee coming from the Breakfast Club. She was always kind of like the antagonist on the show a little bit differently than Charlamagne. Charlamagne did the sniffing and stuff on the chairs, but you know she would always be in the gossip and stuff like that. And I think she allegedly Gucci Mane. So to me, that's what I think the issue had come about when Gucci Mane came on there and said,
"You know the drill." You know the drill.
When Gucci said he did, that's when some of the issues happened. But of course, she got her own show now. She's doing her thing. Salute to her. But she went on Tamara Hall. I think this is actually Bebo's favorite show he watches, man, like binge watches. But she went on there and basically said that it was a rough environment because she was the only female there. Let me run this real quick.
You were the lone woman on this show with a lot of bravado, with a lot of edge, disruptive, and that's why millions of people love the show. It seemed to me
Why she like
that
Prince?
people were always riding you.
Yeah, and you know, I was the only woman who worked there too. I mean, when it came to producers, camera people, and it wasn't an easy room for me
I
to
didn't
be
know
in.
that.
So I feel like I did need more like backup, you know, because even things that I felt as a woman, it is, you know, if somebody can't understand your point of view because they're not coming from where you come from. And so that was hard for me too.
I knew that was coming.
So obviously, Sweet Thing, DJ Envy comes in and he comes into the door and says, "Hold up, dog. Hold up, sister girl. It wasn't like that." He actually came in. Hold up, man. Hold up. Let me.
Uh-oh.
Hold up. It wasn't like. Hold up, girlfriend. It wasn't like that. We had you all gamed up when you was here, girl. So he came in with the sassiness, dog. He came in. Oh, shit. He came in with the sassiness, dog. He came in with the sassiness and said, "Hey, man, it wasn't like that." Also, Lil Mama said, "Hey, man." She said, please. She was up there playing foul games too. She had help making multiple women, Color especially, feel like the only women in the room. Stop the cap. She's throwing stones. She's throwing her hand and hiding it. Do you think she's kind of doing this for views? Because again, her show's not doing well on the numbers.
Go ahead, Bebo. I got thoughts, but go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I smell cap. I smell cap here.
Cap.
And here's why I say that. I think Angela Yee's just capped on that segment of Tamara Hall. Because go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, okay. James Silverthorne said, "I love Lucy." Oh, wow. All right, Dath. All right, we see you over there lusting over Tamron Hall.
But what do you think about? What do you think about the move?
No, but I think one, given that Angela Yee got her own show from a woman that's higher up at iHeartRadio, one. Plus,
go in,
she just got busted out by a female producer on The Breakfast Club.
Go in, Bebo.
And her name is, or at least online, I think it's IG, T. Diddy, who stated on social media that she and several other woman producers, female producers, worked side by side with her there for years. And the viewers of the show could even be, could even see the female oftentimes kind of, behind the host, of course, somewhere in the mix of the camera shots, at times, as well. So with that said, that's why I smell cap. So the only thing that I could guesstimate out of Angela's statement in that Tamron Hall segment was to maybe attempt to cancel DJ Envy and Charlemagne now that she's officially cleared from working with the two after 12 years of co-hosting with them. Now, do I think it'll work? Probably not, but we'll see.
Well, and she also said too that when Charlemagne would do some of his her.
Iceberg
That-
says same difference. Go
Same
ahead,
difference.
Iceberg.
Yeah, that she would have to basically have some of the that blowback pause would come back on her too. J. Kemp, do you agree with that too? Because Charlemagne did some foul stuff up there, at the time to get the numbers, but did she benefit off of it?
She definitely benefited off of. She benefited from being on that show. I guess, and look, I wasn't there during any of the background stuff that was going on. None of us was there.
Right.
So I'm not gonna speak on how Shorty felt. Some things was handled. But what I will say is she is grown and she's an adult. She can always walk up out of there. If it was that toxic, as she said, she has a choice. And I know there's contracts she signed, but all this stuff is still like a wet paper napkin. You know what I'm saying? That it's just the ink is like it's on a wet napkin. You can still bounce. You grown. Like we all can just dip our job if we need to, if we just feel it's going that way, regardless of what the paycheck is looking like. And I'm not saying that Angela Yee doesn't have some talent. I mean, obviously she got there for a reason.
Facts.
But at the end of the day, I feel like by coming out with this now, it just makes you seem small. Because you was on there with these dudes for a minute, and you never have clapped
Bars.
at them like you doing now as you could have then. So what has changed between now and then? I think Iceberg said it.
Would
The
your
show
thoughts
ain't doing good?
would your J Camp, would your thoughts change if she were to say something along the lines of, well, in the earlier heydays of my being on the Breakfast Club, equal rights weren't as prevalent then as they were now. So if she were to say that, what would your response be? Similar or the same, or would your perspective change?
I would have at least respected it more.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Because at least she's admitting, like, look, it was foul then, but I was like, you know what? I'm trying to make it in this industry, and I know I have to be a part of this in order for me to be successful. I would have
Right.
respected that more than her basically just capping at this point in time and just making it seem like Envy and Charlemagne created this hostile environment for her to be in, as if she don't have two legs to where she can walk up out of there and a mouthpiece. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you're just as big a part of that show as they are.
Facts.
All y'all are in it together. So you mean to tell me y'all don't have meetings? Y'all don't meet before the show? Y'all don't have just ideas that you run past each other? There's nothing that goes on before you step in that studio.
Now
One
let's
more-
be clear.
go-
She
okay.
had the podcast that also
The lip service
did
joint.
the lip service situation that basically brought out the entanglement of Will Smith. So she's got her own situation already. So to me, I think it kind of is that whole Me Too, and not saying she's 100% wrong, but I think she's using it
Yeah,
to maybe
we're
get
not
that
saying
girl
that she's
power that
wrong.
she needs to maybe get some more numbers over there. Because again, her show is aimed towards females. You know what I'm saying? So let's be
I just
100.
think
So
it's weak
it's
now
basically
for her to do
yeah.
this.
Let's basically blame the men
petty.
and say that's why I got out. So now I can be celebrated over here. So these guys would hold me back because they were doing things that were so that toxic masculinity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
So,
mean, because now
know.
I don't want to hear you say it was so toxic. Like I felt for my safety, or I felt I couldn't speak because I was scared. I was fearful. Like I don't want to hear that now because, come on.
And shout out
just-
to Miss
it's Liz
Lopez.
Lopez.
She's
What's
saying that
happening?
I used to work in employment law, so all this is interesting.
Like they don't have an
Salute,
HR.
salute, Liz.
Salute too, by the way. Do you
Like they don't have an HR
Li-
over there.
yeah, Liz, do you think she
would love to hear
maybe
that.
that's how she got out? is maybe that's what she was saying, that hey man, if you guys don't give me a show, man, I may out some stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Liz, too.
Goofy.
Salute to Liz on top.
Yeah. It's not the
again,
same. Go ahead. Bro.
She's not, to me, she's not the star.
Nah,
I
she
don't
wasn't the
think
star.
she could hold it up enough. I think Jess Hilarious did a better job than her on a guest feature than her in her own show, because half of it is she's known for what J. Kim said, that lip service and basically asking people inappropriate bull. She ain't no star, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just being 100. She can come on.
Yeah.
She can come on our show right now, and we can chop it up. It ain't no hate. So, what's your
Antoine
guys' final thoughts on this joint, though? By the way,
Oh, real quick,
Now,
Antoine 1486 said that show, The Breakfast Club, meaning is what he's saying. That show, The Breakfast Club, was slowly unraveling for a long
Absolutely.
while. But go ahead,
and
Jake.
it's bad right now
No,
too.
but
By the way, it's bad.
I was basically going to co-sign Antoine. It seemed scripted. You had Charlamagne doing
Yeah.
the goofy stuff, Envy being a simp,
Shout out Jeffrey.
and then you had Shorty was basically like the snitch. So I mean that was basically kind of like their circle. So yeah, and people kind of got tired of their act, so they moved on from that. You know what I'm saying? So when you
Fab
start having
D.
like what's old girl's name? AOC on there. You start having Stephen A. Smith on there. Like, nah, like people wouldn't.
They had the
It wasn't hip-hop.
other man Biden on there too.
Exactly. You know, it became like a political stage pretty much, because everybody who was running for office would jump on the Breakfast Club.
Facts.
On that
Fab
on
D
that
saying
blow.
the outrage regarding Breakfast Club should be how they don't support Nas King Disease series. I rest my case.
Oh, facts, man.
Cocaine
It's
is
not hip
a
hop.
hell of a drug.
We,
Cocaine is a hell of a
we
drug.
know that.
Fact.
That show has not been hip hop for what? I mean, damn near since its inception, for real.
The psych said Angela
hell-
Yee sat and allowed a man to disrespect K. Michelle and make inappropriate allegations. Play it, Iceberg. Hit it. So true.
So
So true.
Facts, man. Hey man, Scandalous is in the building. What's good,
DJ
man? What's going
Scandalous
down,
was
man?
popping.
Hold it down, man.
What
What's
up,
good? He's
Scando?
saying now that
What's good?
Charlamagne does the sus stuff. So, you know, he's been in that hot tub too.
Kwame Brown put him on blast. And
He talking about some stuff about
he's been in
if
that tub.
Ye West and Adidas does the deal together. He talking about something sus, mega, not even sus, just
Reverend Dr. Silverthorne said Fresh Out dropped and killed them ratings, dog. Facts, man. Come on, man. Facts.
hey.
Antoine
Big up, man.
saying he Charlamagne been sus though.
Been
You know what I'm
sus.
saying? Been sus. Sniffing chairs and bull. Allegedly. But again, man, this is why you're Fresh Out, man. We hold it down, man. We got an alternative, man. You can come over here and get drizzy, man. Come on, man. That's what you do, man. Come on over here. Come on over. Come on.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Come on over. But we're gonna talk about
Rick
something
James.
dope, man.
Pause.
This week, man, De-La-Soul, man, actually released their actual music
whole
on streaming
catalog.
platforms, man. You gotta salute
catalog.
these
Yes.
dudes, man. And RP to
Yes.
Dave, man. It was a bittersweet night when I saw the videos coming through that Dave couldn't be there. And I got a video just so y'all can check it out real quick, man. We're gonna get copyright strike. Fair use. So they was going in. You know what I'm saying? D-Nice with that J. Kemp hat. You know what I'm saying? Talib trying to find his next victim. Pause.
Stop. Stop.
You're not gonna disrespect him to live on this.
Moni Love was in there getting busy. You know what I'm saying? Going hard in the
All
paint,
day,
man.
all day.
Queen Latifah was in there. Zane, what's that? Hey, Mr. G's chick.
Zane.
Zane, yeah, they was in the building too, man. This was an event, man. Webster's Hall. They basically shut down New York, man. It was a party event. Now you can actually stream all these stuff, man. What's your thoughts, man? Just on them finally getting it in, but at the cost of losing Plug 2. What was your thoughts, Jay Kemp, going in and Bebo?
A well-deserved coronation for one of the illest, dopest hip hop groups ever, man. They in my top 5 hip hop groups
Fact.
of all time,
Yeah.
bar none, bar none. You know, talking about dudes who don't really have a bad album. They've been super consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it hurts that True Goy was, it's rest in power. He's no longer here with us. But I felt this was like that send off for like hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Being
Shout
in
out L Turner.
NY, being able to, really just scream De La off the top of your pause.
Mm-hmm.
But and just having hip hop there, hip hop royalty was there as well. Um, but just having a catalog, man, like for people who just didn't really get to grow up listening to De La like we have, man, this is a wonderful moment because this is what we've been waiting for. Because De La's music deserves to be out there for the people, especially for
Facts.
those again who didn't get a chance to really relish in how
Yeah.
just talented De La was. I mean, from the time they stepped onto the scene all the way up to today. R.I.P. True Goy, but man, this is
Mm-hmm.
great for hip hop. But definitely, I'm just glad, man, that they got this coronation that they deserve.
Facts.
Long overdue.
Very
Long
long
overdue.
overdue, man. They fought for several years to get their catalog,
Mhm.
and the ownership of it, and just everything that they deserve. Surrounding that whole situation to this
Mhm.
very moment.
Mm-hmm.
So that is gratifying to see and witness. Um, the other thing that was dope was the level of support that Iceberg just played, and that we see on the screen, and just others that we haven't seen. Like you said, Zane,
Yep.
of course, uh, Common, Queen Latifah performing,
Man.
and many many others, just there to help lend that support of, hey, congratulations, because this could have been a
Important.
situation where they got the catalog, and then it couldn't have, it wouldn't have been an
And
event,
nothing.
nothing.
Right.
But for
Facts.
this outpouring to go, we just came from, in 2023, we just came from Nas doing the Madison Square Garden one night event, Busta Rhymes doing a one night only event as well at Carnegie Hall, and this, they say third time's a charm, and this, all three were a charm. So, you know, I'm sure at the same time, I know it was emotional, bittersweet because of the homegoing of True Goy the Dove. Rest in peace, and ongoing condolences to, well,
Absolutely.
rest in peace to Dave, and
Facts.
ongoing condolences to his loved ones. And shout out to Yummy
And
Bingham
and,
too.
and to the other members as
Yes,
well. You
yes,
Hey,
know,
for
yeah,
Fab,
all the
can you
loved
guys can
ones.
you guys real quick just break down
Maceo, all them dudes.
why they weren't on streaming platforms? That's what Fab D's asking.
Basically, Tommy Boy was placing limitations on that. I know that they weren't getting paid exactly what they should, and I believe we talked about that, I think, a couple months ago. But in so many words, um,
Facts,
they
touch,
had,
touch.
It's
Salute.
top 10,
yeah,
bro.
oh
First of
yeah,
all, hold up, man.
oh
Salute to
yeah,
Touch in the
Easily.
building, man. Salute.
Easily.
Touch
Salute to Touch,
182.
man.
oh
Day
yeah,
one,
Day
man.
one club.
But
oh
easily
yeah.
top 10.
No, but they go ahead, brother.
Well, this is the thing. Do you see? Well, first of all, we're just excited that their old music, classic music, albums are on streaming platforms. Man, they can get that bread, go touring. It's a whole different situation. Plus, they're selling the merch. Man, go definitely cop the merch. You know what I'm saying? But do you think we might get some unreleased, you know, lost tapes, De La Soul, maybe a new record with some old stuff on it from Dave and some of the guys?
I mean, allegedly they was working on some new stuff anyway.
Hmm.
De La's been putting out stuff pretty consistently.
Salute
So it
Fab.
definitely would not surprise me that they had one already cooking, which I believe they did, and they just go ahead and drop that and probably just button that up a little bit, touch it up a little bit, maybe get like a few features on there that we all, like. So,
Right.
but yeah, you know we gonna get some more daylight. Like
Yeah.
that's gonna happen. Like dudes like that live in the studio, so you know it's a whole bunch of songs that they got.
Well, I'm excited to see him, man, and I hope they go on tour. Bebo P, go ahead, end it off for us.
No, I was just going to add some more context. So I think it was Reservoir Media. They spent like over $100 million to purchase all of Tommy Boy's catalog in order for this to happen. They didn't have ownership of their first 6 albums until that purchase from Reservoir Media, allowed this celebration to take place. Tommy Boy didn't take care of the sample clearances that were needed on all of those classic albums as well. I'm not sure of all the songs that samples weren't cleared effectively, but that was an issue. And they only wanted to pay the legendary group like 10% of the profits from the streams.
Which is garbage.
Yeah. So that's just to add some context. Yeah.
That's why I said I think it was had to do with samples not getting cleared too, and Tommy Boy was jerking them for royalties, to cover their losses.
Yep, 100%.
Right.
Facts.
Right.
But like I said, salute to them, man. But speaking of covering your losses, we gotta talk about our guy, man. Come on, man. Kanye, Malcolm X. Yay, man. What's goody, man? Come on, man. Salute to our guy, man. Trying to get that bag, pull out the money, Bebo P, man. Come on.
I got money.
Come on, pull out the stack too, man. Don't be shy, man.
Ain't no shy to it. Just gotta, get it all together here.
He said hello to you, man. Hello to all the thought yada yaddies. He's hard on thoughts moving. Well, salute, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, first of all,
Tatiana Turner.
Never that. Look at the money
Turner,
sound again for that Tatiana Turner that he just gave. Yeah. There we go.
I got money.
First of all, man, yay, billionaire. I put billionaire on there because he's about to be a billionaire again, man. First of all, man, he's got the Adidas money coming back in. Then he's about to get some other money coming in. We can't really talk about. We'll talk about it on Wednesday. But he said on the Donda player, the stem player that he's got, that he didn't make no bread off of it. Just fumbling it back. So just like Ja Morant over here.
What money?
So Ja Morant just lost 2 games. But
Stop on the Ja Morant.
he basically said that despite making $2.2 million, he said he didn't make no bread off of this. Jay Kent, what you thinking on this, man? Do you think this is mismanagement of funds? He doesn't have the ownership. What's your thoughts real quick? And also Bebo P and the chat. What y'all thinking on this joint?
That last part, because from what I understand, there were some ownership concerns. And basically he got hoodwinked. You know what I'm saying? On what he allegedly was supposed to be getting, almost like the Flow Rider situation. I think eventually he's gonna bank off of it a few years down the line. It's going to take some litigation, that type of thing. But basically, it was from what I understand, it was that situation where he got hoodwinked on it. But speaking of that too, I certainly hope Ghost is prepared and he's watching, because we know that Ghost is supposed to drop his joint too on the stem player. So I think this is going to be a kind of one of those lesson learned, but this is starting to get some publicity though. So we know that stem player going to have to get their ish together, because Ye, once he gets ticked off, he's going to keep going in. So he's going to find a platform where he can go in on stem player. That's going to happen. Go ahead, Iceberg.
Well, this is the thing. I think it's one of them Iceberg home situations, man.
Elementary, my dear J. Camp. Man. Elementary, my dear J. Camp.
You know what I'm saying?
J. Camp Watson.
The chain, man. God damn. Motherfucker hit in snot locker. You might have hit a nigga in snot locker.
You sure?
Yeah.
Iceberg home up in here. This thing, the player was what, 250?
Yeah, it was 250, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man. This should have been an easy money sniper situation on the bread. You know what I'm saying? You're basically selling like, my first Sony dog. The
whole album.
That Teddy Ruxpin swag with an MP3 player in it. But you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. This is easy. So Bebo P, how do you think he lost money? I think J Camp is
it was
right
that
on the
good guy.
ownership. Yeah,
Good guy,
come on,
dog.
guys. You know, come on.
You're my friend to the end.
Come on, you're my friend to the end. What do you think this was? Because I got a Kofi situation after you go in.
I'm not exactly sure. This is either like a situation where maybe Ye got hoodwinked or hoodwinked himself in this
got
situation, or it could be a situation where it's an avoidance tactic, because remember, he was served papers for a sample that wasn't cleared for something that was on Donda 2. I think it was Jefferson or something like that. But when they
That's why
tried
you
to
coming
serve
fresh
him,
out right here.
oh yeah, and this in the article, so that ain't nothing new. But you know what I'm saying? When they tried to locate him, they couldn't find him. You know, for a while, up until recent times. So it makes me wonder if this is an avoidance tactic as a means to try to disassociate himself from this situation, as he has been trying to with other business deals and business contracts as well. Not saying that's the case, but it's a big question mark that makes me wonder. What's the kufi that you're about to present, though, Iceberg?
I think this might have something to do with somebody else.
Redfield Iceberg, baby.
Nah.
Kim K coming straight out the situation, came straight in with the bread. Hey man, this might be a situation where you say, "Hey man, look man, I'm Iceberg Slim. Hey Jen Kim, go ahead and hold this corporation down for me, so she don't get that 2.2. You know what I'm saying? Hold it down, J Camp. This might be a avoidance situation, but it's from Kim K. Because again, he's already paying what, 40 something, 100 a month. Come on, pull out the money, bro.
I got money.
So you know them calls are getting put in somehow, some way, man. You know, they got the phone tapped.
So this ain't J Camp. Do you think this is a situation that might be about the bread?
Could be. I mean, because she still got a little percentile of that old easy squeezy easy. You know.
Plus he got the new wife. Maybe that's why he got the new wife too, so she couldn't get the bread.
Facts. Because she was squeezing that lemon to make all the lemonade that she can get. Because that loaner, she said, remember that loaner I gave you, big dog?
Man. And another thing too, if that Yeezy bread come back, she gonna get a piece of that too.
Oh, of course.
So,
of course.
And you know, she's been feeling some type of way lately. For those who've been peeping Kim K's social media,
no,
talking about she didn't know about that. No marriage.
and you know, them cakes is dry as hell. Them cakes is dry. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody hitting that roast beef. You know what I'm saying?
Stop. Not even Pete. Stop.
Man,
Not even
come
Skeet.
on, man.
Skeet
Not even hitting the booth.
man,
But again, man, yeah, his new. Well, this is the thing, Parrot, that's his wife. It's not even the
Or
girlfriend.
is she? They weren't able to find the legal papers of marriage.
Bebo, what you sipping on, brother?
Man, what you sipping on tonight, cuz? God dang.
A whole lot of body armor.
Yeah, she is a Kim K clone, dog. Yeah, she is a Kim K clone.
That,
but
that body armor got you on that hoof tonight.
Hey, I'm just
you got the kufi on tight too, pause.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
These are just the facts. Hey, you know.
Hey man,
y'all make me sound like I got this popular.
Yeah, come on, man. That brown's in there. Mr. Pronoun saying, "Whoa, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Like that Joey died."
Raiders of the
with the red hat.
Well, this is the thing, man. Before we kind of go into some music swag, man, for the night, man.
Camels. I asked for camels.
Salute, John, man. Yeah, man. Put the magnifying glass in the chat, man. You know what I'm saying? Because anytime we're doing some investigation, you know what I'm saying, you got to put that in there. You know what I'm saying? It is the question.
Our little Mr. Peanut situation.
Salute, John. Yeah, we'll check it out, man, on the music tip. Salute, man. But Something serious, man. I want to talk about with you guys, man. Because let's be clear, if y'all new to the show, man, Jay Kent, BOP writers, producers, rappers, man. That's how we met is through music. So when we were doing music in the early 2000s, man, it was really just about bars doing their thing. Then it kind of went to, you know, how much money you got, then how much bodies you got, how much drugs you're selling, all this crazy stuff. So our guy, Jadakiss, man, that basically was bald headed forever, then had a hairline. Salute to the brother. Basically was saying on a show on a podcast on I Am Athlete, man. Go check them out, man. Salute. That's our brothers, man.
Yeah,
For sure. Shout
He
out
was
to
basically
Love hip-hop,
saying
man.
how basically the label should be responsible for some of the music and the lyrics they put out that are violent. Because at the end of the day, say if right now if we made a record and was
You the
about
worst for those pictures too.
Oh, he knows.
it's J Camp's artist, J Camp's artist that he got rid of.
Stop.
Basically, Doc, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
If you look at the situation, man,
y'all know.
they have insurance on these rappers. You know what I'm saying? Especially like Warner Brothers, X, Y, and Z, Def Jam. So if they get caught up in a situation, they get insurance money for the violent stuff they get into. They get put in jail. They get insurance money, that kind of stuff.
Yep.
So shouldn't they be responsible for some of the lyrics they put out? Even NBA YoungBoy, this basically said his new album is entertainment, and he doesn't live that life, but he's putting out the music that people are and kids are copying. If you go out to the mall right now, you're going to see clones of NBA YoungBoy out there doing the same crazy stuff.
When in real
Let me
life,
play
he's
this
now
real quick
lighter
for
than
y'all so y'all
Sting.
see what's going on real quick. Hold up. Let me play this real quick for you.
But nobody's going to these labels saying they wrong for this. We just blaming it on the kids. So like my brother Styles said, he don't like to just put all the blame on these young artists because the radio stations are making them the top songs of the playlist and the labels are still signing. They even got it, they putting out life insurance on these young kids now. The
Wow.
labels, because they're gambling on you to do some dumb shit so they can profit after you die. So this is getting ridiculous.
Well, Jada with the kufi.
What do y'all think about what Kiss is saying on this joint, man? Because this is heavy though, real talk. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of cats didn't know that the labels were benefiting off of these cats' death.
100% facts. This is what the labels is looking for. They looking for that type of dude. They looking for those type of rappers. They looking for that type of content.
Facts.
It's no
They are.
different than the twerk team music that we hear
Salute,
today.
see what's good.
From the
From
Czech
your
Republic.
Cardis, from your Meggs to your City Girls. It's the same principle. Just
Facts.
with
Right.
dudes, they looking for the drill rapper. You know what I'm saying? Who's talking about every single body that was caught in the streets. There's naming names. There's got a Rolodex full of stuff that the feds is already watching. This is what they want. This is what they pushing. And we buying it, or I should say artists are young, I don't want to say dumb enough, but they're naive enough to believe that the labels have their best interests when they're telling them what the people want to hear. This is what will make you famous. This will what will make you rich. And Jada's basically saying that, while on the back end, they're getting the insurance policy on them. You know what I'm saying? They playing them big time. And they know it's music that's not going to last. They know these artists have a shelf life. They might get 2 albums, 3 max out of most of them because they all sound the same because they know they're replaceable. It's like the good guy doll we were just talking about. You got a factory of good guy dolls, good guy rappers, the same NBA YoungBoy rapper. You got a whole factory of them. They can replace you. You're easily replaceable.
Yeah.
And salute to the Czech Republic, man.
Yeah, facts, man. Holding
Absolutely.
it down.
Salute to the
Salute
Czech
you, man.
Republic.
Hey, we appreciate you holding it down tonight with us, man.
Absolutely.
Bebo, before you go in real quick, Bebo, because this is serious, man. There's a thing called the Moynihan report, and I may be
Yes.
saying that wrong.
Moynihan
It's
report.
almost like the Willie Lynch letter, but this is the real situation as far as a report on the Negro family. This came out in 1965 and went all the way up
Yes.
to 2014. It basically explains some of the stuff that we're hearing in the music and how our basic culture cannot get back to where it is because of some of the things that are influencing us. It's not just us being animals and savages in our neighborhoods, man. It's not just because we from the hood, man. We just got certain situations going on. It's the music. It's the lack of opportunity to build wealth for our families. So again, check out the link I put in there, man. But Bebo, go in. What's your thoughts on this real quick?
I think that what you, J Camp, as well as Iceberg stated is spot on. And um, I will say, just generally speaking, I do believe that the artists do hold first responsibility for the lyrics that he, she, or they cite on record, because obviously we control well, for the most part, we control what we say or don't, regardless of whether or not there's consequences on the back end that don't get talked about. In addition to that, Jadakiss is not wrong in a statement of these record labels needing to be held responsible at the same time. And when you check out the further context of his statement, and J Camp alluded to this example too, it was mostly pertaining to, or at least at that moment of Jada's statement, drill music, and the consequences that stems from or surround such music. That's being pushed and promoted by these major labels, as Jadakiss stated.
Facts.
Life insurance that goes straight back to the company if since the labels are counting on
It's
these
like that
artists
Dre
to do
Day
something silly or
video,
dumb.
Bebo P.
Yeah.
Remember when Dre had your boy and
Oh,
Easy and the
yeah.
Sign
yeah.
your life. I mean your name to the contract.
Right. Yeah. Right. So I think that Jadakiss is 100% right, as well as Styles P, who he referenced in this. But this just goes to the other aspect of what you said too, which is the fact that there are other influences that or other variables that are environmental or just
Facts.
surrounding you, or that contribute to persuading the decisions that are made out here to those who are vulnerable, whether they realize it or not, in this case. So, I mean, yeah, absolutely. Accountability needs to be held on the record labels just as heavy or significantly heavy to these labels and just the overall music industry.
It would take like one of those dope lawyers who have time to like really do the legwork and investigate that, and somebody had to, put the money up for them to go like it would be like a deep, like cartelish type of situation. But yeah,
I think so.
That could easily peel back that onion. Somebody who can get in, what I'm saying, almost like behind the scenes and start, putting all that out to the forefront, that could take labels down. Could.
And this is why we stress the option of going the independent route,
man.
Well,
because of
the
stuff
other
like
thing
this.
too,
Singing that all the time. But go ahead, Iceberg.
Well, this is the other thing too. This is why like the old school rap, the De-La-Soul and that kind of stuff is important, because some of the new stuff you can't even digest. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Because it's almost like it's almost brain diarrhea, man. You can't even really listen to it, man. You can't digest it correctly, man, because it's not built for longevity. It's diarrhea music. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. So again, what J Camp said, what Bebo P said, independent artists, man, this is where you kind of have to come out, man, and change the dynamic, man. Again, some dudes, I understand they're in contracts. They won't put out certain music unless it's like the music that they know that's going to basically sell to our demographic, because that's what some people are into at the end of the day. Like, I haven't seen one new female artist that's signed that's on some positive stuff. You know what I'm saying? They're only signing strippers. I think JD said that. They signed as strippers, man, and basically having dudes write for them. You know what I'm saying? So
play it, brother.
So again, challenging everybody. I think we just saw Miss Coke up here, man. We want some dope music, man. Like, it's cool to do the club stuff and the ratchet stuff, man. But there gotta be some balance to it. You know what I mean? What's your final thoughts on this, man, before we go into some music?
No, I think Bebo P put a bow on it. I mean, Jada is right. Labels need to be held accountable, but at the same time, we need to also hold our own craft accountable and
Facts.
you know what I'm saying, and just be independent artists because we can control what we want to do versus letting the other delegation control what we should be putting
Facts.
out. And they putting out hits on us. All this is basically a hit. It's a
Yep.
contract for a hit man to take us out. Not saying they trying to kill us all off. I'm just saying they're trying to kill our music off because they know I can find the next
Yep.
good guy dog. And I know you got a 2-year shelf life. I can find another you. That's what they
Facts,
doing.
real quick. I mean, it's hard to find. It's hard to find another Nas. It's easy to find an NBA YoungBoy. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think Antoine's is saying. I was explaining this to my wife today how hip hop used to be fun. We were playing De La Soul, and I was explaining that they were in the times. They were in the times of native tongue and how things change. And
Right.
I agree 100%. Also, Antoine's son in that picture, man, that's what we get on this platform for is the future, man. You know what I'm saying? Salute
Exactly.
to Antoine, man. The future, man, where we pass this stuff down called hip hop, man. And some of it is about our community. Everything's not positive, you know what I'm saying? But to me, there's some dope stuff, there's some fun stuff that we also want to pass down too. And it's sad that we can't. And this is why J Camp's bars of weeks are important too, because he finds music that's still fun, it's still dope, not that crazy shoot 'em up, bang bang. It's some actual good hip hop, some cadences, some flows, some delivery, and that's what we got into hip hop. And I think everybody in our chat, that's why we love it, not for the violence and not for putting a mirror to our community all the time. On the negative side, man, it's the fun part, man. It's the house parties, man. It's that whole De La Soul. Moni Love grabbing that mic and was just singing at Webster's Hall, man, with all those dope. It was so dope to see all those cats still looking good, still doing their thing. And that's what we want to talk about, man. So, you know what I'm saying? Salute to Jadakiss for bringing that up, man. Because a lot of cats don't in his position. Let's be clear, Andy Santa Rock Nation.
100%.
But we want to get to some music this week, man. We got to start off on the West Coast, man, and talk about our guy, man, Mack 10. That's
Mack
our
10.
uncle, man. Salute to Mack 10. This dude's
Chicken hawking.
yeah, man. He's got a song called King of Chevys, man, for them scrapers. I thought this song was dope. Don't want to get no copyright stock, so we can't play it, man. But J Camp, what's your thoughts on this record, man?
Same. What you said. I thought it definitely had a vibe to it. Straight West Coast too. Video was
All
dope.
day.
The video was definitely nostalgic. Seeing, what I'm saying, the low riders, the old schools.
Yeah.
I mean, this is heavy Chevy music, man. I mean, a good little springtime. We get into the summer type of joint, man. Salute to Mack 10 for this. What was your thoughts on the Bebo P?
Same thing, man. It's so dope to see Mack 10 make a comeback, at least for us, as the return of that OG Chicken Hawk, man, as he put it, return of the Chicken Hawk on this song, King of Chevys single. And actually, shout out to the King of Chevys podcast online as well, too. Yeah, because we know that they were an influence of the song, considering they, you see them in the intro of the video right before the song starts. So, in addition to that, it's Chevys all day, as Iceberg even has in the pictures with the switches and the hydraulics, on there, he talked about having that new school biddy and the old school whip, you know what I'm saying? He referencing certain areas in the West Coast, Broadway, Malibu, and Manchester on the Shaw, you know what I'm saying? Pushing a lack with the Porsche Moolah in it, that Porsche.
Hey, boy, it was clean too.
Oh, yeah, very clean, very clean. No, you good. You good, man. You good. He's talking about California dreaming.
Right.
Yeah, it's Mr. Inglewood here to defend his crown too. So,
I mean, this video was dope, man.
Yeah, it really was and
classic,
still
man.
is. Dope joint for the upcoming spring and summer, like J Camp said. Definitely check on it and salute to Mack 10.
Mack
Yeah, like I
went
said,
off.
man. We had to talk about OG Mac 10, man. You know, holding it down, doing this thing, of course.
Oh yeah, yeah. Hit that like and
So
subscribe button if you
yeah,
haven't too. We
this
welcome y'all.
was a dope
Appreciate y'all.
situation, man. Shout out to Mac 10, like Pyre saying, man. Let's go in on the chat. Hold up, man. He's saying, yeah, Pyre, they can replicate voices in AI and now filter for the rappers to sound like Kendrick. We're gonna talk about that
We are
on
gonna
Wednesday,
talk
man. We're just
about
gonna
that.
talk about that, man. But we had so much on the list, but we're gonna definitely talk about it. Matt saying Mac 10 that who banging, man.
Who
West
banging,
Side
West
Riders,
Side.
baby.
That's
Connected
right.
for life, yeah, man.
Connecting for
So,
life.
Yes, sir.
Right.
West Side Connect Gang. Yeah.
Connect gang.
Well, at least
Connect gang.
Salute to Dub C.
Yeah,
Dub
man.
C, shout out. But yeah,
Speaking of female rappers, do you think Shay Noir? We're gonna be talking about her tonight,
Oh,
man.
yeah,
By the way,
about
man,
that
I just checked out her new
tonight,
album. Yeah, facts.
Antoine.
Facts.
I'm
Come on,
good,
man.
we got you.
We're gonna talk about
You
that.
got us on the segue. It was a good segue.
Speaking of segues, man, somebody need to get off one and start running.
Stop it.
Nicki, man, is looking kind of heavy, man. But she got that down. You know what I'm saying up in there? She looking icy, man. But she had a new song, man. That Ruby Red the Sleeve. I was digging the joint a little bit. I mean, Camper was playing a little bit in the background before we started the joint up. What's y'all thoughts, man, on this record, man? Because I think it's gonna be like that Thotty Yachty little anthem,
I
man, to
think
get
it's
you
gonna
right for the
be,
summer.
Yeah, man. I think Nicki got one on her hands, and I know we've kind of given Nicki a hard time at times, but we were also giving her her
Facts.
flowers.
Yeah.
I say that she
Come on,
deserves
man. Facts.
some of the praise that she's getting as an MC because I think Nicki is definitely talented. This song I was actually feeling though, and I typically don't gravitate to joints like this. But it's got that what was Shorty's name? Iceberg. That
Luma D.
Yeah, that
D.
Lumi D. Yeah, that Lumi D joint. Yeah. Swaggy,
that was a banger back in the early 2000s.
Oh, yeah,
I should say
it
mid
was.
2000s. That was a banger, man,
Yeah.
and she sampled that and Nicki killed it.
Yeah.
And the video was dope. The visuals was crazy, man. Iceberg was talking
Yeah.
about that earlier.
Yep.
Visuals is money, man. So
Yeah.
you can tell they want this to definitely be a single. And
Yeah.
I was feeling it, man. It's all right. It's cool.
I think that she might
Absolutely.
have one on her hands as well.
She got
You know,
one on her hands.
what I liked about this song is, of course, you know, like you guys indicated, it's the Lumity sample, you know, the Never Leave You joint. But she also put her little Caribbean flavor in the, you know, intertwined in this song, you know, to help originate it, you know, to her liking, her standard, you know, what have you. And then, you know, her rhyming was kind of like, you know, I mean, it was dope. You know what I'm saying? It took you back to when Nicki kind of first, you know, hit the scene on the rhyme tip is what I was trying to think. You know what I'm saying? You know, so her rhymes were, you know, what Nicki Minaj fans would definitely adore. The Caribbean side of things, you know, shout out to everybody out there in the islands, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, she represents that side too.
Trinidad.
Yeah, Trini. Yep.
Yeah, it was cold, man. Like I said,
Yeah.
she killed his joint, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah, she repped on this one.
yeah, she did the thing, man. You really can't hate on them for this one, man. Like I think this is why Nicki has the fans that she started with and got, man, with this kind of flow. She did this. Man, I don't even have my horse on here. Let me play my dog. She did this Megan Thee Stallion on this joint by saying that 700 on them horses when we fixing to leave. But I don't F with the horses like Christopher Reeves. Dorito Witch is mad that they did not get chose. So he was going in on Meg a little bit, man, and we know she's having the little issues with Lotto again. Just like we was talking about before with the Jadakiss situation. Hopefully the ladies can figure it out. But she was going hard in the paint on Megan the Mule. But again, the flow's dope. The bar with the Christopher Reeve situation was dope in my opinion. We'll see what happens with Nicki, man, because I think she got rid of that husband. And I think she's just back in the booth going hard in the paint, man. So salute to her, you know what I mean? So,
Kenneth.
yeah, the Kenneth Petty, dog.
Stop.
So again, man, salute to Nicki, man, on that joint, man. We want to hear
salute
more
to
from
Nicki
her, man.
Minaj, though. Salute.
Absolutely.
But we gotta talk about the streets, though, man. We gotta keep it funky.
Ooh, Nym Lo. Yes.
Nym Lo, man. To me, I think this one of the records of the week, man. This was heavy, man. Harlem swag all day. This record was cold, man. Exuma Island. Am I pronouncing that correct?
Exuma. Yeah, Exuma Island.
Exuma Island. What was your thoughts on this record, man? Because this one was heavy.
I mean, you know, Harlem cats be they always
swaggy.
like a step ahead and
swaggy, man.
This is definitely no different. And it's good to hear Nym Lo on some Static Selector.
It is.
Yeah.
Without hearing 183rd, because I know him and 183rd just have great chemistry. But hearing Nym Lo on Static Selector production, like this made me respect Nym Lo even more. And I always thought Nym Lo was just a dope rapper. You know what I'm saying? Because he was always. He killed this, bro.
Shout out to Harlem.
Yeah, come on, man.
Ugh.
He was going in, man.
Give you the bitter beer face. Going in, man.
Oh yeah.
Nym Lo's dope, man.
He is.
You know, I'm good. I'm happy to see him shine, man, and getting some more work out there, especially with legends like Static Selector, man. So this is heavy. This is heavy for him. You know, I encourage people, man, check out Nym Lo. Again, just Harlem all day. You know what I'm saying? All day. Dope joint though, man. Dope joint, man.
Facts.
So I hope this single will lead to his next project being a banger. You know what I'm saying? So Bebo P, I didn't know if you had a chance to check this out, man, but
oh yeah.
This was heavy, bro.
Oh, definitely heavy, man. Nym Lo's repping Harlem with dope lyricism, as always, and wordplay. As always, Static Selector killing the beat on here for Nym Lo. Like you indicated, it's a great change of pace. You know, production wise for Nym Lo on Exuma Island. It was, you know how Harlem cats do, on the drip swag or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Mow it in the hand behind the projector, visually showing footage of his wifey and mostly his son are out on vacation with that beach full of iguanas playing around, playing around and so
Who
forth.
Who else is going to be on the beach
stingrays.
full of iguanas, though? Who else is going to do that besides some cats like that, man?
Come on,
man. Hey.
White cats asking me what I do for a living.
Right. Yeah.
I told him I'm a rapper. You know what I'm saying?
It was dope too, though, to see that he's a, people got to see the business side of him because he owns his own hair salon, as you see in a small portion of that video. You know what I'm saying? Where he's walking out of it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Talking about he'd rather count G's over gossip. He can't turn a garden tool to a housewife.
Dope line.
Yep. That rum and that Gombe punch. If y'all ain't had that Gombe punch, it'll sneak up on you. It'll sneak up on you. He said it snuck up on him. Cracking oysters, from the Mickey D's lifestyle and coming from humble beginnings while copping the foreign whips in the process. So definitely a dope track to check out. And before I land my plane, I just thought of this because Jay Camp made me think of it. In 2022, we had Nym Lo align with 183rd and Smoke DZA for that dope diplomatic
immunity.
Yes, diplomatic immunity project. This year in 2023, it seems like we're going to get Nym Lo offering us a fresh quality array of songs for an album, which we are just looking forward to. So definitely check this song out and stay tuned for Nym Lo.
Salute to Nym Lo,
and salute to Nym Lo. Salute to
Darren, man,
Static
definitely
Selector.
check him out, man. Darren, man, this dude's hot, man. Real
Oh,
talk,
yeah.
man. Pause.
Yeah.
Check
Oh, yeah.
out some of the
Serious.
early work. Matter of fact, 'cause we had previewed that we did a whole little joint on the Diplomatic Community.
We did.
Smoke
Yeah,
Dizza,
we did that.
Nym Lo, and 183rd.
Yep.
I mean, it's just. I think that might have been on me and Bebo P's top 20.
Yeah,
It was up
projects,
there.
man,
It was
in
like 8 songs or
2022.
something.
Man,
8, 9
was
songs or something
heavy,
like that.
Crazy,
Yeah.
crazy project, crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Dope.
Gotta
Mad
respect
crazy.
it, man. Like I said, check dude out, man. Harlem all day, man. Come on, you know how it goes down.
Holla at us,
But-
Nym Lo.
Yeah, and we gotta get him on the
Facts.
platform too.
Yeah.
Holla at us,
But
bro.
100%.
Nas, man, killed it. But it was a little dark, man. It was a little dark, man. He just dropped that 30 for 30 visual. It was crazy. The song is dope. And let's be clear, this was on KD3. If you forgot, this is the one where he kind of dissed Chocolate Boy Wonder a little bit.
Well, he just addressed it. He didn't diss him. He addressed the situation.
That's a
It
diss,
sounded-
man.
it sounded
that's
like
a diss, man.
a
Hey, man.
lightweight jab. To
Yeah,
me,
that's a lightweight jab. Hold up, man.
Salute to Chocolate Boy Wonder, though, man. Pete.
Yeah,
Rock,
man.
man.
Man. I was on the case on that one. That was a diss, my nigga. I'm sorry.
Oh.
God damn, that was a diss, my nigga. I'll
Oh,
check
man.
that.
I
I'll
think
take
it
the
was
facts
just-
on that one.
I think he was just saying,
Hey, man, I don't want nobody talking about me like that on the track. So, long story short, man, this was a crazy record. Dope lyrics. Hit Boy killed it again. Again, there was a lot of owls in there. There's a lot of owls in there, man. I was kind of looking around. Man, he put a toe in that grove a little bit. If you haven't saw the joint, let me play it a little real quick, man. We're gonna play a little something, man, for y'all niggas, man. We gonna go in. Oh man, this month was Dark Cold, man. He killed the joint. Visuals are crazy, of course. You know the bars are silly. Come on, man. Like it was just a dope record, man. Visuals is crazy. Jay Camp, man, go in on this one, man. What you think, man?
Man.
Hey, chat, man, what y'all think about this one, chat, man? Was y'all feeling this one, man? Was y'all feeling the song? Was y'all feeling the visuals going with the record? What's your thoughts as far as J Camp and BOP going in?
you know, the chat's about to go in. Go ahead,
Yeah,
J.
they about
Camp.
to definitely go in. Man, I like dark stuff. Like, I don't want to say like dark stuff. Like, I like evil, but I like these type of videos because I think it went perfectly with the actual song. You know what I'm saying? I think this was one that I needed to personally see. So, visually, I mean, I don't have to go in on the joint because we know the joint is dope, but the visuals, man, was heavy for me. I know Iceberg was talking about the owls, but I think we can kind of get into that a little later. But
Fact.
nah, man, the video itself, man, was crazy, man. Salute to Sarah, what's her name? McColgan.
McColgan.
She
Yeah.
killed this, man. Like
She did.
her direction on this was A1. I mean, I know Nas had a lot to do with the direction as well, but just, I mean, this was. It reminded me of some Onyx Bebo.
Yeah.
P.
Oh,
when
yeah,
I first seen
gotcha.
it, like I was waiting to see like Sticky Fingers and Fresh Roast Star and Sun Say pop out. You know what I'm saying? Like just that dark grayish area video, man. I mean, this was heavy though. This song is right, man. That song is fire, man.
It is.
Bebo P, what was you thinking though?
Hey, this is a video. I think this is a video that serves as a great idea to have out right before Nas goes on tour with the Wu-Tang Clan again. Because that 30 Summers, that bangs on the whip and it bangs in the concert venues. You know, when you hear the sonics and the acoustics of it.
Salute to Hit Boy on that.
Yeah. I'm not saying that's the sole reason why he did it, but it's a good reason of, you know, probably others as to why this is a dope selection to have out. The video obviously had that black and white dichotomy thing going on. with
straight
the
onyx.
owl or whatever, the wolf or dog, whatever that
Yeah.
canine like thing was for some reason. But other than those variables, it was definitely a very clean, simple video with not really a whole lot to break down. I mean, you see Nas on top of the world, it seems, with that fur or whatever as that self-proclaimed pride. It kind of reminded me of Nas the Prophet, when he was self-proclaiming himself as the prophet, kind of Old Testament style, and then another scene you see like just some ski mask activity going on. You see the sexy Biddy with her ski mask on, the Porsche and the view as well. I mean, just different variables that fit very well. Again, dope video that's clean to push out to the masses right off of the success of the one night only Madison Square Garden performance. Right before that, yeah, right before he heads out once again on tour with the Wu-Tang Clan. Big ups to Nas as always.
Quick
Hey,
question
man,
for
it's
you,
the queen in the
B-Bo-P.
building, man. What's going on?
Shout out.
Mama Bear said that was
It's
a
a wolf.
wolf.
Okay.
Quick question for you, B-Bo-P.
Go ahead.
Given the animals that was in this video, do you think that semblance, because they were all like night hunters, you know what I'm saying? They're all like night predators. Do you think this was just a shot at the industry as a whole? Like I'm watching.
That's a good analysis.
This was that. I mean, do you think this was that like come F with me? Like keep my name out your mouth and
I think that is a great assessment.
That's a dope analogy, right?
That is a very dope analogy.
Come on, that's why you come to Fresh Out, man.
You're right. Those are all night predators that are survivalists. You know what I'm saying? So you're absolutely right. And you're seeing different outfits that kind of represent, at least to me, like this. Him in black.
That cloak had the feathers and blues.
Yeah,
on it, and the wolf kind of swag. That Jon Snow swag.
Yeah, the Jon Snow kind of vulture type of swag or whatever. Crow type swag or whatever. I'm not saying that Nas did it for this reason, but when he dressed up like this in the all black, the first person I thought of was Ice Cube for some reason, when he used to dress up in all black. And then when he had
the Lokes on
black,
too.
Yeah, with the Lokes and then
the black chucks.
Right.
He'll dress like that.
Right. So you get he do. But then like you get that, and of course Nas is Nas, so I'm not saying he's copying off of nobody at all, but you're just seeing different variables with the swag. You're seeing, okay, the ski mask situation. I can attack the game like that. I can attack the game with the with the luxury, with the slight hints of the luxuries type stuff. Predator,
so you saw just a little Porsche and that's it.
Just a little
Porsche. Saw a little bit of that joint.
Yep. Just stalking the audience and stalking possibly the industry, as J Camp might be alluding to, with that predatorial mindset. Who knows? But we're not Nas, so we can't speak for him or Hit Boy. But that's definitely a great hypothesis, brother.
Antoine said there's definitely some international subliminals,
intentional subliminals
with the animals.
Yeah.
I mean, why else would you have night stalkers? Cats who catch you blindsided.
He's been in the game for 30 years and he's still on the attack.
Trying to cut the niggas nuts off.
Yeah.
Still on the attack.
I heard that iceberg.
Praying.
Kelvin Lou was good.
What's good, man? What's going down,
Kevin Lou
man?
was good, bro.
Put me in live. I want to freestyle.
Okay, man,
we gotta get you in there.
Put the joint out there.
Yeah, hey man. Like I said, the links up there, man. If y'all want to come on, man, Antoine, man, anybody, man, the links on the top, man. If y'all want to join the panel, man. Darren saying big facts, man. Awesome video. What our girl?
Talking about the director, Sarah? Or are you talking about somebody in the chat?
Somebody was saying that the psychic hoe said something. I missed something.
I thought that was on the Nicki joint.
Was that on the Nicki joint?
I thought I seen her say something.
Okay, somebody said that. Matt saying salute, Matt, man, for the bread. We appreciate you, dog.
Absolutely.
He's saying another great of a soul. Keep up the great works. For the topics, but what are you guys' thoughts on Ja Morant throwing the career?
Man, it's always,
man.
Like a lot of people say, man, like when you make it the hood ain't fun. And when you try to bring dudes with you from the hood, they gonna make it not fun for you because they gonna be doing silly stuff like pointing a laser beam. You get the infrared beam aimed at fan. Like it's just doing like just goofy stuff, man. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like you worth $250 million. Why you got cats who's gonna drag you down with you? Like it makes no sense.
I
It makes no
think
sense,
I think
man.
that this is a good question given the topic that we're covering because I don't think John Morant has, reached his pinnacle per se
No,
of
not even
kingdomhood,
close.
but he
But he's
does
never
have
going to
the
now.
he has a hint of king's disease, or rather on
He,
his level, maybe a knight's disease or whatever you want to call it. So that goes into what Nas was saying on the night talk show. Who was it? Was Stephen Colbert or whoever that was?
facts,
You got to kill the ego. And right now, when you're doing the silly
facts.
stuff out there, your ego's on full blast. From a 1 to 10, it's on 15 to 20,
Most
and you gotta
it's on
you gotta learn
15
how
to
to
20,
humble
man.
yourself when you reach a certain level, or just at any
Exactly.
level, but
Most cats,
especially when you're at a higher level.
most cats are working. They are trying hard to get out. You know what I'm saying? They doing all that they can to get out. This dude still wants to be there
Yeah.
when you really not that dude. Like you not that guy, bro. Like we already
Mm-mm.
know that
You're
you're
not
not
that
that
guy.
dude. You
Stop that,
slapping,
my guy. You are not that, my guy.
you not that dude.
Yeah, stop my little
You,
guy.
Yeah.
I
Well, the
mean,
other
like
thing too, man, is
you slapping kids. You
Yeah.
slapping
well, yeah,
kids.
you
Like that's
slapping kids. You doing the gun thing on the sidelines, like actually aiming it
stupid.
to players. You've been doing silly stuff at your house with the teenager that basically like was guarding you too hard, and he threw the
And
ball
you
at your
didn't like
face,
it.
and you
Yeah.
didn't like the bull. You got your homies doing the little beaming joints, man, and. To me, man, this dude. Let's be clear, man.
He was just on social with the piece
Murray
this morning.
State, man. Kentucky swag. Come on, man. He's one of our guys, man. So, come on, man. He needs to be an ambassador of the game,
You need to be
and
an
you can still bring
ambassador.
your dudes with you,
And
man.
he
But
got
there's
it out
a
the
caliber
mud,
that you got to
man.
He
hold
did.
down.
It's a
He
bad
didn't.
look,
He
though.
Yeah.
It's a bad
he didn't
look.
get to the league the traditional way. He
Salute
got
Black
it out
Caesar.
the mud, man. He had to go to
Yeah.
a small school. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because
Shout out to
he
Black
didn't
Caesar.
go through the AAU circuit. He wasn't getting looked at by high majors.
Yeah,
He wasn't.
and
Yeah,
man, he did that this
posting
morning.
the toast didn't help either, man.
And you
Yeah.
would think a dude who got it that way would be a little bit more humble.
And
At this
especially in the
point
city of
in his
Memphis,
career.
man, where they have all
In
these
the
problems
city
in
of
the first
Memphis.
place.
Right.
Where
So
Again,
cats
you're
will
not
test
that
you.
guy. You're not that, my guy.
you're not
You're
that, my
not
guy.
somebody in that city who got the respect of a lot of cats who's been doing it. Because I guarantee you, he ain't going nowhere in Memphis without security.
Right.
Guarantee you he ain't. So stop acting like you that dude, man.
Hey man,
Oh,
salute the
good
Black
looking
Caesar
Black
in the building
Caesar.
for
We
the
appreciate
$10
you.
holla, man. We appreciate that.
Appreciate
Man,
you, brother.
Love, man. Come on, man. Yeah, man.
100%
Salute.
appreciate that.
Salute to
Salute,
all the
man. Appreciate you,
contributors
bro.
and folks that's just out there viewing us just in general. We appreciate
And
y'all.
salute
Hit
to
that like and
Madden, too,
subscribe button.
Yeah, salute.
Yeah, not pro, not. Yeah, you are not that,
Yeah,
my guy,
you're not
Ja.
that, my
Ja
guy,
Morant,
dude,
you are
man.
not that. Stop
Salute-
that, my guy. You are not that, my guy. Stop
Salute
it.
the Black Caesar, man. Hold us down, man.
Appreciate you,
And
Black
Madden,
Caesar.
man. Y'all both the show
And Madden.
sponsors
Y'all was
for
about
the
to
night.
get
All
bodied
y'all.
by Shannon Sharp.
Yeah.
They about to get bodied by Shannon Sharp.
But let's be clear.
Old Shay.
Uncle Shay was right though about Ja.
He
though.
said
Let's
they
be
don't
clear.
want that smoke. He said
Yeah,
they
let's
don't
be
want
clear.
that smoke.
No, he don't want
And this is the thing. We love Ja, man. This is OG talk, man. This ain't no diss
Yeah,
or
this
nothing like
is
that. Let's
OG
be clear,
talk.
man.
No
Right.
disrespect, bro,
So-
but stop.
stop all day. Circle it back around, bro.
Speaking some
Morant.
real talk, man, we gotta go into this Creed
Check that.
3, man. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Hey, man, Dreamville, man. This actually, we actually talked about this a couple weeks ago, where a couple episodes ago, we were like, man, remember those classic soundtracks that you had to get?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That made you want to watch the actual
Yeah.
movie. This is one of them, man. You know what I'm saying? That
Dope project.
makes you want to watch the movie. Dreamville, J. Cole. Yeah, I guess it's J. Cole. I was gonna say J. Camp, but same thing.
If J. Cole want to put, if J.
J.
Cole
Cole.
want to sign your boy,
Yeah.
Right,
I
right.
like J. Camp's bars better. But Dreamville, Interscope, man, they teamed up with him with Michael B. Jordan. He's not a corny. He's the man. To do the sonic heartbeat of this movie. If you've seen Creed 3, man, put it in the chat, man. Let us know, man, if it's 1 through 5, if it's worth going to see
Right.
it. Put
Is
that
it
in the
whack?
chat. Let us know what's going on.
No.
But this soundtrack to me was heavy, dope. J Camp, Bebo P, what was your thoughts about this soundtrack that kind of gave me a little glimpse of how things used to be when you got excited to kind of hear a soundtrack of a movie that you may not even go to?
I thought this one was dope, Bebo P.
Oh, it was.
And
It
I'll
is
be
dope.
honest, I hate to say I didn't have high hopes for it because I thought this is just gonna be like more like of a label driven, like Hollywood ish, like because remember we seen it like with the new Fast Furious song.
Yeah.
That was garbage.
Facts.
But this was
Yeah.
what we asked for. This is what you asked for. I mean, I'm not saying this get me excited to see
Salute.
Creed
Yeah, citizen.
3, but it got me excited to hear some more Dreamville.
Right,
Obviously,
facts.
because I thought they made up for the last Dreamville joint project that came out. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
That drama joint.
Yeah, when you had they was on there with the guns and just doing too much, man.
Right.
They had a pen and pixel type cover.
Exactly. The old Master P, the Hot Boys type joint is what they had. But this was dope, though, man. I flows with bananas. It had me amped. This is the type of joint I want to hear before I'm about to take part in some type of sport. You know what I'm saying? When I'm going to box, run track, football, hoop, whatever. This is the joint I want to hear. Bebo P. Let me know the drill, man. What was you thinking on this one?
I mean, just it was a great soundtrack. The J. Cole kind of interlude, if it's considered that, which kind of had that Dr. Dre. I want to say, was it the Watcher sample or
Yeah,
kind of?
Yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah,
what it was.
That was kind of hot though. I like that.
Oh yeah, it was definitely hot.
That
man.
Adonis
And
interlude.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The
Yeah,
Adonis
yeah.
interlude and the joint with JID over that big band sound sample with BJ the Chicago Kid and Tierra Whack.
He destroyed that.
He did destroy it in the room. That's what that was called.
bar.
Those were those were like the standout joints that come to mind from a preliminary listen. I mean, but man, there's so much on here. Heavy is the head from Baby Rose that gave the listener that
Big Sean snapped on this
joint.
though. Let's be clear.
Big Sean did his
Big
thing.
Sean snapped.
He did.
We needed to hear Big Sean.
That was
Yeah, we did.
old
Yeah, we
classic
needed to
Big
hear
Sean.
That was
Yep.
classic Big Sean.
Now, come
I
on,
agree with
man.
that.
Oh yeah.
Very good
Shout out to
point,
Big Sean
Iceberg.
on that one. Yeah, he
Because
snapped.
I didn't think to name drop Big Sean, but he was definitely a standout on
Yeah.
this album. And you can argue. I'd say JID probably had the best verse.
Oh, he did.
He
between
did.
the
No,
two.
he did. Stop. Yeah. There's no cap on that.
But if somebody told me Big Sean had like the dopest verse on this album, I'd be okay. I hear you, because I mean Big Sean came with it. We ain't heard nothing from Big Sean since he had that baby.
Oh yeah.
We ain't heard nothing from him. So it's just
We got
good to hear
the,
Big Sean back in
man,
the booth
Dope
and
aspect of Big Sean.
going
Yeah.
hard. But I think being on the track with these dudes,
Good night, John.
it helped.
John.
You know what I'm saying? John.
John phenomenon. Yeah, they even took us to the West Side. You know what I'm saying? With the Headhunters joint, and I think they had West Side Boogie on that one and Cause, as well as that Blast joint that Hit Boy produced. So we got some Hit Boy on there.
That's Iceberg.
That's my
dude.
guy, man.
Oh yeah,
Salute,
Blast is that dude,
man.
man.
That's my dude, man.
He took him to
And
that
Hit Boy
element.
killed that. Hit Boy killed the beat too.
He did. Yes, he did. So we got two West Coast joints. We got some slight Caribbean vibes on the Ogogro with that's a bass or bass and Arya Star. You know what I'm saying?
Antoine, Big Sean came with it, bro.
Yeah,
He
Big
did.
Sean came with it. The Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
I think it's like the third or fourth record too.
Yeah.
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
good record on there.
Yeah.
Kaylani, almost forgot about Kaylani. She did her thing on the R&B vocals, man. With the Shadows, and Ari Lennox definitely killed it. Definitely killed her solo as well.
She been
on that
blazing.
song Greater. Yeah, definitely had that Erykah Badu, Jill Scott-ish type of vibe on that song, as well as
we need to
doing
get
her thing on
Ari
Talk
album.
to Me.
We need to get that album, Ari.
Yeah, fact.
Oh yeah, definitely need that album. But you don't get really if you're looking for like a theme, a champion-ish thematic music, you're not really going to get that on the soundtrack. But what you're going to get are just dope, mellow vibes with some Dreamville sounds and overall, this soundtrack with Dreamville primarily hosting the music on here, this is what the music quality should have been last year on the compilation that Dreamville had with DJ Drama.
Yeah.
I understand that I'm sure way more money was put into this soundtrack, given it's just that, Creed 3 soundtrack compared to, the 2022 compilation with DJ Drama. But still,
Yeah.
just really overall great music, great soundtrack. Definitely worth checking out.
Well, this is the thing, man. We got our guy, man, Cisco Savage, man, just kind of jumping in with us, man. Cisco, what's good with you, man?
Cisco,
What's good, Cisco? What's good? Can you hear us, bro?
You hear us, Cisco?
Cisco might be sleeping.
Cisco, you good?
You good, Cisco?
We had to come back to him.
Okay.
But,
okay.
Shout out to Cisco in the building.
He said,
"Hold it down, man."
Yeah,
okay.
But like I said, that Dreamville joint was dope, crazy. But we gotta go from the rooter to the tutor.
There it is. With that, with J Camp's unseasoned green bean casserole. Ain't no Lowry's up in that.
First of all, this is a new casserole with extra milk. No cream, it's milk in there. And if you look in there, there's mushrooms at the bottom. Shout out to all my brothers who are married to somebody from another culture that has to eat this on Thanksgiving. But we want to talk about Macklemore, this Ben album. It's basically green bean casserole situation. This thing, I can't say this about Macklemore. This is actually off his own imprint. This is not a label record. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is actually off his own imprint, the Bendo LLC. So I do give him props for that. The record that he came out with was kind of a little sus.
Go ahead, Iceberg. You got the
But
reviews,
again,
man.
This is to me where Logic is actually kind of, in my opinion, miles ahead of Macklemore.
I was
in my
just
opinion
about to say that.
But what's you guys' thoughts on just Macklemore in general? He got this little like Boston Celtics little jacket on. What y'all thinking of?
You basically stole the words right from me. This is basically where Logic is 50 steps ahead. You know what I'm saying? Like, if this was a tortoise and a snail race, Logic is 50 meters ahead.
Salute
you know
A.
what
Hooper.
I'm saying? So I feel that Macklemore, man, needs direction. I'm not saying
Facts,
like
man.
Macklemore is just trash. Like, I'm not gonna go that far. Salute to Seattle, by the way. You know what I'm saying? The Northwest. I'm a fan of they got some talent in that area. You know what I'm saying? I know Macklemore gets a lot of his energy from the Northwest, man, but he just Mama Bear, I'm gonna tell you, in our delegation, if your green bean casserole looks like what we see there, every grandma, aunt, if you got an aunt,
So J Camp does get green bean casserole. All right, brother. We see you, brother.
If you got a hood, your favorite hood aunt, if she see anything to pull up in the crib looking like that,
You ain't allowed inside.
nah, you're not allowed inside. She gonna lock the door on you.
Salute
You know
Miss
what I'm
Lisa
saying?
was good.
It's over. Salute to Miss Lisa.
Salute to Lisa.
But nah, Macklemore, man, he needs direction. So when I heard this project, I was like, this ain't it, Iceberg. I felt he had better work when he was on a major label. Remember, he got a Grammy. He got a Grammy
he got a
over
Grammy
Good
joint.
Kid, Mad City.
Yeah.
He got a Grammy over that. And that album wasn't trash. It was a decent album. But this Ben, I don't know how much of it you got to soak in, Bebo P, but it just sounded like an album we've been talking about locally, where we said just need some seasoning, need some direction.
Lowry's,
That's what this reminded me of.
uh,
We ain't
Spice
gonna name no
King.
names. We ain't gonna name no names, Bebo P. But that's what it reminded me of when I
No,
heard this
gotcha.
pen.
Uh, fresh out, we covered the fourth single of Macklemore's Heroes that featured DJ Premier, back in January, I believe. So definitely go
Yeah.
check that out when you get
That
the
wasn't that
opportunity.
bad though.
Yeah,
It
it
wasn't that
wasn't.
bad, but that was better than anything that was really on this project.
It was
Right.
still it was still Mrs. Dash. You know what I'm saying? Mrs.
Yeah.
Dash.
But y'all are
But
right.
this
Y'all are right.
mini.
This is arguably the most standout hip hop song on the album of all the other songs. The other thing I was thinking of was with this being the first time I've heard an entire Macklemore album, I noticed that on this Ben project, he's pretty multifaceted in both rapping at times as singing. So in this case, the two just didn't seem to gel well together when he's doing a full singy song joint and then hearing a full rap song at times. I think that songs like the Heroes single,
Yeah, it was
Grime,
dope.
The Lost, Sun Comes Up, The Faithful with NLE Choppa, Tears,
Check it out,
God's
bro.
Will with Vic Dags it, and I Know featuring Charlie on a Friday, and maybe
Check
Tail
that out, boy.
Lights that had actually Dreamville's Moray. I think those should have been just a separate project away or separate from those other songs. Again, because they just didn't gel the best to me. Aside from that, I heard him reference his mother quite a bit. So his love for her as a parent, as well as
Yeah.
having once lost his way from God until, Macklemore
Yeah,
came back
Fabian.
around to him.
Yeah.
Fabian
You
said, I'm
good.
glad y'all honest, so I won't waste my time with this. Hey, there you go. There you go. But otherwise, I mean, if you're
Let me ask you this then, Bebo P.
go ahead.
Because
Go ahead.
I think you said you made a great point about his singing and trying to rap. It didn't blend. What would be the
Right.
one thing that you would tell Macklemore that would bless him like moving forward? Like the one piece of advice that you would give this dude on his next project in order to show, not just to show growth, but just to become a better artist, like a real, because he's obviously wants to be like a rounded artist as far as like
Yeah.
singing, rapping. What would you tell him to do though, like on his next project?
Wow, iceberg.
Like one piece of
Skedaddle.
It's
No,
definitely a skipper, but what would
definitely
you
a
do though,
definite
Bebo P?
skipper. And the skipper too. No.
That one
I would
gem that you
say,
would drop on him.
well, here's the thing. I'm just gonna go off of this album moving forward. I can't go off of his prior projects since I haven't heard them. Because when I looked into it, um, I'll start here. Regardless of your thoughts of the quality of Macklemore's Ben album, it's at least good to know that this album is actually the result of him creating music after relapsing from an alcoholic addiction, with the realization that he can create music, minus the need of using substances to do so.
And
So it's almost
salute
like
to
a fresh,
Macklemore for
yeah,
that.
salute to him for that.
Salute
And
to
in
Macklemore
addition
for
to
that, man.
the Bendo LLC entity thing, but based on that and this project moving forward, continue to sharpen your sword. I know he mostly worked with one producer all throughout this project. Um,
Which is not a bad
Good
thing,
producer. No, he was a good producer. It's
but
just you gotta find you just got to keep sharpening your sword and continue to move forward, because this is like a new Macklemore is what I
it
gathered
is.
from that situation. So I really can't, I don't know, like I said, I haven't heard the past material, but even if I did, I don't know that I could compare it from then to now, because he was kind of on some, some stuff, if you know what I'm saying, I guess largely in lieu of the pandemic. But continue to focus on production that's going to to push you in the booth.
It needs another producer.
It needs another producer. Just because a song sounds good, like that, he had a song like 1984, and it sounded like an 80s track.
Sonically,
It
was
just
great.
it was great, but it just didn't fit. That's an example of what I'm talking about.
It
just
sounded like it
didn't
did
mesh
sound
well.
it sounded like some marching band type boo.
Yeah.
100%.
It did. Like on this album, he sounded more like a pop star instead of a rapper. So I think you need to
was the
identify
problem.
yourself. You need to identify yourself as an artist first. I talked about that in the book of in part of the book of the week, you know, in terms of how to stand a chance in performing on Madison Square, like, you know, identifying yourself as an artist. They talk about that. So in this case here, album wise, I would say the same thing. Are you a rapper? Is that your aim, or are you a pop star? Either way, you know, figure out what that lane is and trim the fat, leave the meat on the bone, and you'll stand a better chance.
Great.
Basically, let me summarize what B.O.P. said. This nigga compliment sandwich. I thank you for working for Acme, but yeah, get your ass out of here. But you've been nice, man. You were on time the whole time. You came in on time, sir, but you were horrible. Basically, B.O.P. said. Get your ass out of here. But this thing, somebody who is on time, who is doing anything, Shay Noir. Come on,
man.
Stop the cat.
Salute to you, sis. It's another salute too.
Come on, man. Fab D said, "Would Alchemist help?"
Cocaine's a hell of a drug. Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I think Bebo P just said though, you sounded like a pop artist on that last album. So Alchemist can't help if you're gonna be in that pop bag.
And you just had DJ Premier on there.
He had Premier on there. Come on, man.
now-
I mean,
who's
what else can you
gel
do?
well with that?
If you wanna be on your hip hop bag, yeah, Alchemist probably could help. That's why we said you need another producer. If you're trying to be in that pop bag, you need whoever Post Malone is working with.
And the thing you can
that
say
guy.
about Logic is he goes to the hood. He goes to the RZAs. He goes to all these cats, man, and
He's
dives
trying to
into their
at
joint.
least be on
You know what I'm
his
saying?
hip-hop
He's on his swag. You can say that. And not saying Macklemore's trying to do that, has to do the same thing. I think he's trying to go pop with it.
He needs to find his lane.
Yeah, but your lane. Yeah,
Moving forward.
definitely more pop than hip hop. But speaking of hip hop, Shay Noir.
Salute to you,
come on,
sis.
man. Salute. Hey, man, we just talked about how some of the female rappers, man, have been pretty much just shaking their cheeks, man. And
Not this one.
Shay Noir, man, she's doing her thing. You got to love everything she's got going on. She produces, right? But Big Ghost did the whole situation. Parks
another one
actually
in his
mixed this
hand.
joint. Sky Zoo, 38 Specials on this album.
Planet
This is
Asia.
something you need to listen to.
Yep.
Asia's on there. Come on, man. Stop the
Ransom.
cap.
Ransom murdered it.
Come on.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
So come on, Fab. But what was your thoughts on this J Kemp, man? Because again, I got introduced to Shay Noir by J Kemp. So what you thinking on this album? Because we saw her, you know, develop, man. She's been dropping albums, man, and classic records, man. What's your thoughts on this one?
You hear that, folks? That was a breath of fresh air exerted from J Camp's mouthpiece.
Whew. She bodied this, man. Like, Shay went. Oh boy,
Speechless on this one, bro.
I'm speechless, man. Like, we already know Shay Noir's dope. Like,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Her last 2 projects was flame.
Yes.
Big Ghost is on a hell of a run. I agree,
Facts.
Touch. This is our best joint.
Facts.
That's why
Salute,
I
Touch.
want to make sure I deliver all these flowers to Big Ghost, because
Facts.
I don't know, Touch, if you heard the Big Ghost in Rome streets.
That's another one. Yeah. Problem.
Big Ghost is feeding these MCs right now. And that's what we want our producers to do. Like, you gotta feed the beast, bro. Like, they hungry. Feed them. That's what this album is. It should have just been called I'm Hungry. It's what this album should have been called.
Right.
I'm hungry. Because she just barred out, and every feature on here was just perfect. It was like a good soup. Like it all blended so well together. It was brew, like the witch's brew. Even if she
That
would have called the
cauldron.
album, even if she would have called the album the witch's brew, I'd have been cool with that. Because that's what it was. It was just
Yeah, facts. He hasn't missed.
Big Ghost ain't missed,
He
man.
has not
it's-
missed.
Facts, salute to
this is just like I said before, man. Conway pretty much set it off with Big Ghost, and
Yeah.
Big Ghost just kind of like took off from there. But all the features on here was crazy.
They
from
are.
Asia to I think touched on it. Ransom just when he blacked out on here.
Hmm. Oh yeah,
Ransom
he did.
straight,
Oh
straight
yeah,
blacked out on here, man.
on that last track.
Definitely, I will say, while Low Altitude is not my favorite track on the album, like I like every single track on the album. The whole from the Rooted to the Tudor, this is Flame. I mean, I put this album and Rome Streets like they neck and neck. They kissing right now. You know what I'm saying? They neck and neck. If I had to like choose one, the Low Altitude though for me is where I feel like she really expressed herself as far as like not wanting to be what other people wanted her to be. And she addressed the whole, she was like, look, I'm an MC. I can't be out here shaking my cheeks. That's not what I do. Like I'm a bully on the mic. That's what I was born to be. And she addressed all that on Low Altitude. And she laid it out so eloquently, man. And that's what to me right now separates Shay Noir from a lot of other female rappers.
A lot.
You know,
and how consistency's been too.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
you got your
man.
Rhapsodies and all that, but
I
Shay
was just
Noir
about to
comes out
mention
with something at
Rhapsody,
least every
too.
6 months.
Was just about to mention Rhapsody, but I love rap. But right now, Shay in her bag, man.
she
In
is.
her bag, like
Yes,
she's
she
making.
is.
I mean, you can argue. If we talking like new rappers, she's probably top 10, just like rappers today, regardless of gender. You know, not to even bring gender in it. Like just a rapper. She top 10 rapper
Bong.
today. She's a beast, man. Like that 30, like I picture her with the ski mask on and the wolf
Yeah.
running around in the background.
Yeah.
Because I feel like she's praying, she's feasting, like she's coming
Yeah.
for next. And
dang.
the fact
She
that
looking
Shorty
like
is
a freeway with that shirt on, Doc. You know what I'm saying?
stop it. But the fact that she's also a producer too, BOP, that she's
Oh,
producing
yeah.
for other artists.
Mm-hmm. She's staying busy, ain't she?
She's staying busy, man. Like, and when she
But
was
I like the
talking
fact
about
that she just she allowed Ghost to do his thing
Mhm.
and just bar out on this joint. You know what I'm saying?
just
Because some
bar out,
people
man.
like
She
say,
got the
"Hey, well,
focus
give me
on
the
that.
beats," and I kind of mess with him a little bit. She just let him do his thing. And then
38
Parks
Special
killed-
did that
killed the
with
mix, though.
he's a producer, obviously 38 Specials, and he did that with Harry Fraud on the 10 joint
she's-
album we
she's
reviewed.
about to
So
be-
yeah, she did.
she-
Shay Noir did the same thing.
Yep.
She's about to be on there, Mama Bear.
Mhm.
She's definitely about to be on there.
Oh yeah.
But she
Yeah.
talked about how, you know what I'm saying, she basically went from just rapping now to doing, you know, major shows and sipping on a different type of champagne. She said, take a toast. You know what I'm saying? She talked about all that, man. But salute to Shay Noir, man. I just want to make sure that we pay her all the respect because she's got one of the better albums of 2023 so far. Easily.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Easily.
Facts.
Bebo P.
Oh man. Shay Noir put together another smash project with Big Ghost LTD, aiming to serve as that producer of 2023 so far.
Man,
That's what it seems like he's aiming for.
The last two albums.
Yeah, within a week.
Within
you
a
know?
week.
And you know he still
Yeah.
got something in the bag too, Paul.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He just getting warmed up. But I think maybe the best songs that I've heard on Noir or Never, in no particular order, are Vera Cruz featuring Love the Genius.
Ooh,
I like that Low Altitude and the last track Bad Apples featuring Ransom. Just
blacked out.
murdered it. And 38 Special being a lyrical beast as well. I mean, I really like the entire album, just every single song. those were just some of the ones that stood out to me offhand. I mean, she came with it on this 9-song project, like on that Resilient. She had said, a lawyer taught me you got to spend less when you're trying to get the green. If that's your bread, then never use debt to buy your liabilities. Only spend your profits. Not your re-up, dummy, but 4 years of college and jobs couldn't teach us money. So you can tell from that and other, and other life experiences that she's gained wisdom, and she still is. It was definitely dope to hear the late great Sean P too on that sample.
Facts.
That's
P.
yeah, oh yeah, that was Sean Price on that slow and deep sample. Never chill on the weekend. The sun don't chill. That was Sean Price on that sleep paralysis.
And
Throughout the hook.
You know you barring out when you writing lyrics on the iPhone SE.
There
Not
you
even
go.
a Pro. She's barring out on the iPhone SE on
There
the
it
bare
is.
minimum.
There it is. There it is.
Flea Lord was cold in there too, man.
Yeah,
Let's shoot the Flea Lord.
Flea Lord was good on there, man, too.
Bar Week Cat.
Planet Asia, Bless Shay on that Caps Lock. She actually started connecting her rhymes, her beginning rhymes after Planet Asia's last bar, which was dope cohesion there. Sky Zoo, as somebody in the chat talked about, that track with Sky Zoo, I think it was the Brilliance track. They traded some ill bars one after another. All in all, just really a dope album from Che Noir. I wouldn't be surprised if we get at least 1 or 2 more in 2023. But this is definitely one of the best, as J Camp said, so far, as far as albums that's dropped this year.
Like I said, her and Rome Streets.
Yeah, Rome Streets.
Bless me this week. They bless my listening ears.
Oh, yeah.
Basically, what I've been listening to is a Rome and Shake.
Oh, he snapped on that, man. Sheesh.
Well, and this is the thing, the guys that bar out, man, they mess with Che Noir, man, to the point where they get on the albums. You know what I'm saying? Let's be clear. We can almost argue Sky Zoo got the best album of the year so far.
You can.
Yep.
We talked about that Vic situation with 38 Special.
Oh, yeah.
We just talked about the Rome Streets, man, with Big Ghost. Now you got the Che Noir.
J Camp mentioned Odyssey too, I think.
Yeah, the
Odyssey is crazy too. There's hip hop out there, man. If you really want to dig, you got to dig for it though. You know what I'm saying? Real talk, and it's not that hard to find. Come to Fresh Out, man. J Camp's got it. Bebo P talks about it all the time, and also the book game. So again, Che Noir, man, is just adding on to it's hip hop 50. So we're celebrating the OGs, but there's these new cats out here. If you just give if you give them an opportunity, man, and put it in the deck. It's crazy. So again, man, salute to Che Noir.
Absolutely.
Big Ghost is clowning. I mean, like it's a celebration. You know what I'm saying?
Big Ghost's two bangers gonna be going tit for tat this year.
Facts.
Yep.
They're gonna be going tit for tat.
Hey man, we've been here for 2 hours, man. We gave y'all some bars, man. We gave y'all some dope topics, man. J Camp, BOP, man. What's the last words before we get up out of here, man, tonight, man?
Man, just make sure y'all go listen to that Che Noir and that Rome Streets. Just do that. That's all I can tell you. You know what I'm saying? But y'all been fun tonight, man. Appreciate
as always
everybody's contribution. We laugh all the time. On here we clown. But at the end of the day, this love for this thing we call hip hop is what keeps us all pushing. It's what brings us all together Wednesdays and Saturdays. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button.
That's right.
Fresh Out is gonna give it to you.
Hey, Antoine, we're gonna have that link, man, Saturday, man. So every Saturday we're gonna have the link up, man. So definitely swing through, get your cam right, man. Everybody come through.
Yeah.
Man, you always got a spot, bro. So
absolutely
that link up, man, for you.
Day Unos, absolutely.
Yeah. All day.
Hey, from Chris Brown launching his cell phone in the crowd and almost getting into a fight at a nightclub somewhere in Germany to Travis Scott, getting into a physical altercation with the sound engineer. Just stuff like that, man. I think it's just important to be easy out here. Whether it's the person in the mirror or somebody that just say, what I'm saying, we're in some very interesting times that with each day that comes about, so just So sometimes if you're the one that's, causing a situation, take a deep breath, and consider forward thinking, forward thoughts and forward thinking minus unnecessary elements that could lead down a not so preferred path. But, just much love to everybody out there in the chat. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all so much. There is no fresh out without y'all. So definitely many thanks and salutations and salute to y'all. Take care. Continue to be safe. Legally multiply your income. Multiply that income legally this year times 2x at least. And we'll catch y'all this coming Wednesday at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. Iceberg, send us home, brother.
Good night, Miss Lisa.
Yeah,
good night, Lisa.
Good night, Miss Lisa. Shout out to LB the Podfather, man. J Camp B.O.P. holding it down on a Saturday night. We're going to be heavy in the paint, man. Wednesday, come back 9:30-ish. We're going to be in the building. And again, man, this is the thing. It's March, man. This is the first week of March, man. If you got a significant other, man, your wife, your husband, man, hold on to those situations and those relationships, man, because it's going to be a tough year. So you got to have a ride or die with you, man. And if you don't, man, you're going to have to hold down the bread solo, you know what I'm saying, and hold down the crib. And be looking for somebody to partner with, man, and ride this thing out called life, man. And again, man, if you can find some OGs, man, and family like I have, man, with J Kent, Bebo PLB, the Podfather, Carmen holding us down, Nightmare holding us down, man. All the dudes that look out for it, DJ Scandalous, man, everybody over there, Fresh Out Hip Hop. Like, again, man, get your core group together, man, because there's been articles coming out saying that everybody's basically by themselves, you know what I'm saying? So this is why we got this platform. We wanted to create a community of hip-hop cats, man, that love hip-hop, man, and that's what J. Kemp just said, and same thing with Bebo. And, again, we just appreciate you guys so much. So, again, if you need a holler, hit us in the DMs, man, you know what I'm saying? We creating a community, man. Never feel like you're by yourself, you know what I'm saying? And if you do got somebody in the crib, man, love on them, appreciate them. Tell them that you love and respect them, man, and that's what we all about, man.
All day.
Again, Fresh Out, man, Saturday night, man. You know how to hold us down. J. Kent, Bebo P. And we out of here, man.
Iceberg, we out.
We out here. We out here.
Peace.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Let's go. World's Most Dangerous Podcast. Bebo P's in the building. What's good?
It was going bar for bar.
Shouts out to the fans, man.
Let's get it.
Good.
Hondo up in this piece.